Alright, we are continuing on in section 11.4. This is problem 10. 11.4 being the product rule and the quotient rule. So this function of x has two big components, 3 minus 5x plus 2x squared. And 2 plus x minus 4x squared. So this problem, you can see the two terms are complicated enough where it is worth your time to apply the product rule rather than just multiply out. So let's do that. So the derivative of this function is going to be the derivative of the first function, which is negative 5 plus 4x times the second function, which is 2 plus x minus 4x squared, plus the derivative of the second function, which is going to be 1 minus 8x times the first function, which is 3 minus 5x plus 2x squared. Alright, now let's just do all the fun algebra that's going to get us to the final answer. So in a problem like this, if you apply the product rule properly, that's just sort of the first step. Then the second step is to very carefully do some algebraic manipulation to reduce the problem down to the simplest form possible to get your final answer. So let's do the first term. Negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. Negative 5 times x is minus 5x. Negative 5 times negative 4x squared is positive 20x squared. Then we look at 4x times 2 is plus 8x. 4x times x is 4x squared plus 4x squared. 4x times negative 4x squared is negative 16x cubed. Alright, I'm running out of room here. I'm going to have to maybe write smaller or something. I don't know. Okay, so we have 1 times this expression here. So 3 minus 5x plus 2x squared. And then we'll multiply it by negative 8x. So negative 8x times 3 is negative 24x. Negative 8x times negative 5x is 40x squared plus 40x squared. And then the last term I'll just put below it. Negative 8x plus 2x squared is negative 16x cubed. Okay, so now let's combine like terms. Let's look at the cube terms first. We have negative 16x cubed minus 16x cubed over here, so that's negative 32x cubed. Alright, let's look at the square terms. 20x squared plus 4x squared, that's 24x squared, plus 2x squared is 26x squared, plus 40x squared is 46. Alright, now let's look at the x terms. We have negative 5x plus 8x, so that's 3x. Minus 5x is negative 2x. Minus 24x is negative 26x. And then finally, terms with no variables. Negative 10 plus 3 is negative 7. Alright, and so the answer to this problem is negative 32x cubed plus 46x squared. Wait, let me make sure I got the x squared terms right. So we have 20x squared here. Plus 4 is 24x squared. Plus 2 is 26x squared. Oh, plus 40, so that's 66x squared. Sorry. 66x squared. minus 26x minus 7. So as I've demonstrated, you have to be very careful when you're combining terms, when you're multiplying out. Like you gotta put yourself in the Zen state and just make sure everything's done correctly, or else you're gonna get the wrong answer. But I mean, ultimately, what we want is for you to learn how to take derivatives. So if you apply the product rule properly to a problem like this, that's the most important step, really. So just learning the product rule to get to the derivative is the most important step. Anyway, that's it for now.